hit me kind of hard, and sorry, I don't want to cry about it. This is going to be a very deep sort of talk through. I want to explain to you guys a bit of what's going on. How I first started noticing what was going on was I haven't went out or done anything crazy other than seeing my parents for the holidays. So hold on, let me adjust myself. This is my first apartment that I've ever had by myself. So they decided to come and see me for the holidays. Now, the smart thing, what we should have done, was all get tested prior and then meet up. That wasn't the case. Came down, it was my brother, my mom, my dad, my nephew, and my niece. So they come to see my apartment, and you know what's the crazy part about this is we weren't all over each other. We weren't hugging one another. We were pretty much still we were in the same environment, but we were still at a safe distance. Media tells you that, you know, you get a high fever or you'll lose your sense of smell and taste and all this, but they don't, you know, I think everyone thinks that it's going to be the same, but it's not. It really does affect everybody differently. And I first started realizing my symptom, it was maybe a few days after. Now, this symptom is not a symptom of COVID, but it's something that happened to me. So I don't know if this could help anybody else out if they do start to see signs like this, just to go ahead and get tested. One of the popular symptoms, this isn't even a symptom on the list, but what happened to me is I had a severe allergic reaction on my arms, on my legs, you know, everywhere. And I was just itching, and I don't know why. Went to the doctors, and they said, yeah, you're having an allergic reaction to something. Just to take some Benadryl and you should be fine. They didn't go into any further testing or anything. They just thought it was normal. When I took the Benadryl, it went away. But mind you, I haven't broken out like this since I've had chicken pox when I was a kid. I'm not allergic to anything that I know of. Obviously, I'm allergic to something. I don't think I'm allergic to anything that I ate or anything that I'm using the same body wash product, so it can't be that. It's just something that happened quite fast after the holidays. That's something that I think played a part in knowing, like, the first thing that something is wrong. I don't know what, but something is wrong with me. And the next thing I did, or maybe a few days later, after I took the Benadryl, I was fine. A few days later, that's when my brother tested himself and he was COVID positive. At this point, my dad had been mentioning that he has been feeling sick lately, and my mom too. So at that point, I knew if my brother had it, I need to go and get tested, you know, because something is wrong. So I go online, go to CVS, and they do the COVID testing there. Now, I had already took a COVID test in the earlier months of September, and I was fine. So when I went back in December, I went to go get tested, and they ended up telling me, you know, the whole standard test is you drive up to the window and they give you the test, you swab your own nose, and then you put it back and give them the test, or they'll let you know in 1 to 2 business days if you're COVID positive or not. I went there, I got tested, a few days later, come back, I'm positive. During those 2 days that I was waiting on the test, that's when I was very hypersensitive to what was going on, because now I'm scared. So the the second sign that I noticed something was wrong, I have this Bath and Body Works cinnamon roll hand wash. This smells so strong, and I love smelling it every single day. when mean to tell you, I washed my hands in this and I smelled nothing. I smelled absolutely nothing. I then tried again to smell like me cooking. I was making pasta. Could not smell anything. When it comes to the tasting portion, I can still taste. It was weird because I couldn't smell it, but I can taste still. It wasn't all that bland. Like it was losing taste, but it wasn't all bad at the same time. So that was the third symptom, that I couldn't really taste any word to use, but I couldn't really taste anything at all. A couple of days following that was I was very tired. I was super sleepy. Like I slept all day. I mean, it's very strange for me to wake up in the afternoon. I normally wake myself up around 10 o'clock. I noticed that it will be 2 p.m. when I woke up. I would get up, I would go eat, I would come back, and I would just fall asleep again. Like it was just a cycle every day of me being super drained. Like I felt drained. My body wasn't aching like some people, like my dad's body was aching, my brother's body was aching. I didn't have any aches or pains. It was just more so I was very sleepy. The only thing that I would say, which is the last symptom that I had that was sort of achy, was that my head would hurt. Like it'd be like little dizzy spells. Like if I was to turn my head too fast, it would hurt. And I felt very drowsy. So I think those are the main things that you can pick up on. If this is something that you're feeling now, I would go ahead and get tested. It's free at CVS. Set up an appointment and just go there and get it tested. Like I wasn't able to know the symptoms immediately. It pretty much it spreads fast. Something that, you know, I wish upon nobody. My dad got it the worst. He's diabetic, and he had pneumonia as well. Hit me kind of hard, and sorry, I know I don't want to cry about it because like he's doing way better now. I really feel like crying because my dad is my best friend. So for that to happen, it was really shocking to watch it go from here to here. You take it for granted until it's somebody who is your mom or dad or someone who is your grandparents. Worst part is my dad, I ended up having a conversation with him and he even sounds like he can't talk. He can't walk, he can't get up. It struck him the worst. For him to say to me that if he were to catch the coronavirus again for the second time, that he doesn't know if he would pull through out of it, it was a big eye opener for me. Like, damn, like I don't ever want to see my dad like that. I don't ever want to see anybody's family member like that. I don't ever want to see anyone go through that. It's difficult. It's very difficult, and you know, I wish anyone who is watching this video, if you're feeling some sort of way, it's better to just go get tested. That way you can beat it if you do happen to have it. That way you can, you know, be safe. Did get COVID for Christmas. It wasn't fun. I don't make a mockery of it. I wish that anybody who is dealing with a loved one right now, I pray for you and I pray for your safety and I pray for your loved one. It's very uncomfortable for me to talk about this, but if this could at least help one person to just go out and get tested and maybe find it sooner, then I'll tell you all my symptoms and what to watch out for. Because the first symptom wasn't something that I would have thought was COVID. Now, I could very much have had an allergic reaction, but I highly doubt it. I have not broken out in hives like that since I was in middle school. I only had that chickenpox one time, and that was it. Like it was I never had any sort of like rashes all over my body like that before. So I think it attacked my immune system first, which it does. But anyways, thank you so much for watching this. If you want to know any other questions about it, I'll be glad to write back to you in the comments and let you guys know how I'm doing, which is, it's been like maybe 7-8 days now. but I'm feeling much better. My dad is doing much better. He's getting up, he's walking, he's going outside now, and my brother's doing fine, and everybody in my family is doing okay. But I hope that anybody watching this video, just take it seriously. Wear your mask, please. It's not a joke. Like, it's not funny. I really pray that everybody is safe and everybody, you know, stays healthy. But thank you guys for watching my channel. I don't even want to ask for a like or a comment. I want to spread awareness. I really do. Especially to the younger generation, as me being a younger generation. I understand you want to be with your friends, you want to be with your family. Just stay safe, as safe as possible. You want to say bye? Bye. Say bye, Tokyo. Tokyo says bye.